Hi guys, hello. It's good afternoon, I guess I should say, and I believe this is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. I don't know when you'll be watching, it might not be Wednesday, but it is right now. So my name is Tammy Neff, and you're on my page called Tammy Loves Vintage, and I was just in my dining room, not loving the centerpiece that I have, and so I thought let me back up. Did you guys watch the summer craftathon that Melanie Ferguson puts on? And we were in there, and I made a topiary with some succulents, and this was the box. All of these succulents came in the box that I shared. That I shared the link to. For Pete's sake, I can't even hold them all. There's so many. And there's a ton more. So let's just see how this goes. Anyway, this was a kit of succulents that I found, and it was I thought it was cheaper than what it was because I bought it a good bit ahead of time. But yeah, so all of these succulents came right here, plus a few in my hand here. Okay, there's a bunch of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and like all of these. So anyway, it was a nice set of succulents, and it was $30, 29 something. Anybody wants the link, let me know. I do know that we don't have a Michael's here, but somebody commented on my post that Michael's was having a big sale on succulents. So if you have a Michael's, you could go there and check. If you're like me and you don't have access to it, it's pretty good price, I think, and they're decent looking succulents. Anyway, so I made a topiary and sold it, and then got an order for a couple more, so made those, and I bought an extra set for myself, but I don't want to make another one right now. So I had all these succulents here, and I was just going to take them to the basement with my other flowers, and I had them laying on my dining room table, exactly like that, just laying there, and I thought I really need to get those out of here because they're driving me crazy. So then I noticed my centerpiece is not really up to snuff. It's not the best centerpiece I've ever done. It's kind of leftovers from spring. I've pulled the Easter eggs out, and it's just kind of sad. So I thought I'm going to tear this thing down, and I thought maybe you guys would find this interesting. So I started building it, and I thought I'm going to take this apart and show them what I'm doing. And I think it's kind of a neat little thing. I do this all the time at home, and I always think I never know what you guys want to see. So I'm not one of these people that are on every day, but when I have something I think is good, maybe I should share. So that's what I'm doing. So let's just start this I'm going to knock you down here like that so you guys can see. And I want to take this apart and build it element by element. And this is my work table, and I've got paint on it, and it's a mess. And I recently finished the chairs, and I'm going to be redoing the table. But we are very busy with our painting business, so I've just not had spare time at home to do anything at all. So I do want to take a minute, though, to do this, because I know if I take these succulents to the basement, I'm not going to see them again until who knows when. So I need to quit putting things off, and I need to deal with it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm dealing and I'm sharing. So one of the things I want to show you is when you are buying a table runner, like this one's absolutely gorgeous. We found it on a boating trip to Marietta. A really nice store in Marietta had these. My friend Julie and I both bought one. And that was years and years ago, and I still absolutely love this. But the thing that I love the most about it is how soft it is. See how you can move it around? A lot of times a table runner is stiff, and it just drops off the end of your table, and it's just a line. And I think that it's much more interesting when you can kind of curve it around and give it some wrinkles and stuff. So I always tell people, I'm sorry, I'm making you look at that. I always tell people to get, go up and look in your scarves, the scarves that you wear, and see if you have a long, skinny one, or look in the scarf section and see if you can use your scarves in your decor. Sometimes you can tuck them out of the side of a basket, or you can, you know, run them across the top of a tall cabinet like I have there. But I love the softness of that. So be thinking that way instead of your typical table runner. See if you can't find a nice soft one, and they're hard to find, but I love this one. It's a crushed velvet. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so let me take this thing apart. I'm going to show you what's so cool about this centerpiece. And why I like it so much. So I'm going to start off though. Let me back up here. So I'm going to start off with this silver tray that my mom and my stepdad gave me. They collect silver pieces, and they gave me this tray. I don't know which way to angle it. Of course, I angle everything. But so I love this tray, and I want to leave it out. It's starting to tarnish, which would drive my mom nuts. She's a cleaner of all things silver. I am not. So anyway, keep that in mind. And then these dice, I went shopping with Julie on an antique trip a couple Fridays ago. And one of the things that I found was this bag of dice, and I love it. It's got all of the little letters everywhere. And then it also had, hang on. A little, like little tiny dice. Like, see, these are the big ones. And then it had little tiny ones. So I put it in the soapstone dish, or the ironstone dish, whatever it is, ironstone, I think, sitting by my sink. So anyway, has nothing to do with nothing. But if you happen to have a bunch of little dice, there you go. So I love these. Of course, I wish they had a bunch more, but of course they didn't. And antiques you can't order. But I think they're so cool. So I just kind of laid them around on my tray. That's the first thing. And then, oh, that's going to be a mess, but we're going to clean that up. And then this is, you guys, those of you that have followed me for a while know that this is an old, this is off of a farm disc. This is a disc that the farmers, like there's where it mounts on, and then this discs up their fields. I have a few of these. I was making these things for people all the time. The hard thing is to find something to put it on, something to mount it to. So I used E6000. I found this really cool spool with old wire on it. It's a wood spool. It's got a little metal to it. But anyway, I love this pedestal. So I had some taller ones. I've sold all of them now. I think I have 3 discs left in my storage that I don't have bottoms for. If anybody wants one, they're pretty heavy for shipping. I think it might be a lot, but anyway, so that created myself a pedestal. See, it's a low pedestal. I used to have 3, and they were 3 different heights. And you know, well, you don't all know me, but a lot of you know me that I get tired of things quickly. So, anyway, but this one's been my favorite. I love the way that wire is. I had bought some spacers, wheel spacers. They're like a metal cup on the top and bottom, and then a metal shaft in the middle. And that's what I was building these with. But then when I found these spools, I kind of switched and started doing that instead. So this is it's just one of those battery operated candles with, of course, you know, I have to have a remote for it. And then I added an old, not a doily, this is a collar. This is actually an old lace collar, and it overlaps. I always fix everything up. We did this in my group, but you know how easy. We did several of them, and then added some buttons. So I always dress up my candles. I'm looking at another one over there. No, I don't have any more in here, just those 2 right now. I'm always moving things around, never know where anything is. Okay, then I have just some soft greenery. I know a lot of you guys have bought greenery from me. This is not part of what I had sold. This was actually a winter greenery that I had found. I think at our little paint store. Has beautiful decor. I've got this years and years ago. It's actually a pine, but it's super soft, and I've cut it all into little bits and pieces over the years. I've used it for all sorts of things. But I leave it out all year round because I love the softness of it. I should be using the stuff that I have for sale, which would work just great. But so I'm just inspiring you guys. That's all. I just like to inspire you guys. So I'm going to lay that in there. Let me see how it looks from the back side. Not super great. So let's go. There you go. That looks better. Okay, so that leaves me a hole in the front. because this is one that you'd sit all the way around. So, and then, oh, here's another piece, perfect. So then I had added in Easter grass at the time, so that's how long this has been done. I poked in some, I don't use Easter grass, I use paper shreds. And yes, I have pink and, you know, yellow. I have all of the colors, but I typically will use the white or the, you know, the brown in my decor. I like that. So I don't know that I'm gonna stick this back in there now that I have it out of there. I was gonna leave it, but okay. So then my husband found this cute little tiny bird's nest. It's just tiny, it's sweet, it's real. Years ago, and of course they hold up forever. And then I found these really delicate little eggs at a local store years ago. You could use any eggs that you found. And I know that these are more spring, summer. I had a couple of them fall off over the years and break, but I just try to hide the broken parts because they're adorable. I love the color, they're my colors, I love them. So I keep that little nest right there. I'm not worried about bringing anything in. It sit outside on my ledge for months and months and months. It's set through the winter. Like, it's anything that might have been on there is dead and gone, I'm sure. So now that I've taken the grasses out, I want to make sure that all of the stems are hidden. So we'll see how this goes. But what I was thinking is that I would I would store these succulents right here. So I just started kind of poking around, and I'm literally just setting them in. I'm not doing anything to them, so that someday when I want to make another topiary, I'll just pull them out and they'll be ready to rock. See? So I'll just keep going around here and adding in wherever I have a hole. And I think I'm gonna love this for a little change. I really hadn't anticipated doing anything with this today, but here I am. Here I go. So if you remember when I do arrangements, we always talk about you have to have a filler, a thriller, and a spiller. I know I mentioned that in that group, if any of you caught that. So in this case, the fillers are just all of the greens. Of course, you know, I have to have a spiller, which is right here. So anything that would spill over the edges would be your spiller. And then in this case, I think that the thriller is actually the candle. Oh, that looks good. See, this is such a great kit of succulents. I mean, that is adorable. Look at that. Can you guys see? That might be better for you. Let me tap the screen and see if that brightens. Nope, sometimes that brightens it up. But I am just literally setting these things in here. I mean, we don't even use this dining room table other than me to decorate with. I love that little pop of color. I don't usually use a lot of color, but I feel like the succulent colors are still neutral. Even though it's a purple, it's still a neutral to me. I wasn't going to use this great big piece, but I think it's working in there just fine. So there's that, and then I have a tall one here. Let's just see if I can. But the greenery is what's helping hold all of this. I thought that I might have to put the shreds back in to hold, but it seems to be doing just fine. That bright one's a little funky looking. That's a little not realistic looking compared to all of the others. I don't remember if that was in the other kits or not. It's a funny green. See, there you go. It's a real electric green, so I'm gonna really push that it's there in case I need it for whatever I'm gonna do, but I honestly am not crazy for that one. So there, it's kind of hidden, but there's something in there so that the brightness of the color will do me something if I need it. But yeah, I'm not loving on that one out of this whole kit. I love this little thing. I've never seen anything like this. I love that little thing. So he's going front and center. So now I have my nest in there. I have all of my colors, and then I need to get my hang down. And I think I'm gonna have it hang down over onto the tray and spill onto the tray just a bit. So, oh yeah, it's doing great. Okay, so then I've spread my little letters around. I'm gonna turn this around here so you guys can see. And then I just found this in the garage. I hope my husband isn't watching. This was on his workbench back in the corner. I have no idea what it is. Like, it looks like something you would, I mean, I'm thinking in the kitchen, you'd lay your bacon on to keep it from shriveling. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's not that. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool looking. I think I will put some shine to the, you know, an oil, use a hemp oil or something on the handle to see if I can't make it look a little shinier. But I have that, and then you guys have seen my little itty bitty doorknob. I love this little doorknob. I added some tool to it and then an old button, and so I'm thinking I'll just prop that little old doorknob right there. And then I have one more, so I don't want to lose any of my dice or whatever they are, my letters. So I have one more thing to put in here that could be considered the thriller as well. I've got a little itty bitty lift. I wish I had a bigger lift, but I don't. And then I have this little glass vase that I'm going to put on there. And then I'm going to put some water in here. Now this is just for looks, and it's also for, we had a local doctor, Dr. Chess. He always said you should put water around your house, right, for hydrating yourself, or what, I don't know what, but he always said that, especially at flu season. So when I put this out, I always think of him, that he would like that. So okay, so what I'm going to put in the vase is just like this vase over here. I have water in this glass pitcher. It's just a pitcher, see, and I have water in it, and I change it out every once in a while just so that it doesn't get murky. But these are silk, I think like cherry blossoms or something. They're just silk, but because the water's in there, it makes you think, gosh, are those real or not, right? So these came from Amazon. I can get you guys the link. They're 30. I think there's 30 here altogether. They are the most real looking tulips. I'm not sure you guys can see. I mean, they are realistic like I have never seen before. They're very affordable. I can't remember how much they were now. They even feel like real tulips. They're kind of a rubbery, I don't know what. But anyway, I can give you guys the link. I saw some people on Instagram using these things all spring, and I never ordered. And then at the last minute, I ordered because I thought I'm gonna want those next spring. And I'm so glad that I did. And I know tulip season is over, but at my house, tulip season's gonna stick around a while longer because I love them in here. And I love how they look with my all the colors of my table and all that. It's not so much that they're tulips, it's the color that I'm going for. And I love their wispiness. They bend really well. If you want the link, just put tulips, write tulips in the comments or something, and I'll write it. I'll link it for you. I'll have to find where I ordered it to see exactly what they were, but they're wonderful. So I'm just kind of bending them around here, and I'm telling you, except for no smell, they look so real. You could put them in anything. You could put them in a big vase and they would be fine. I did not cut these down because this vase might be a little bit small for them, but it's okay. It's all right. It works for me. And a taller vase, if I went too much taller, it would be okay, but I kind of like to keep it low for conversation stuff. I don't know. I just thought that vase was cute, so I put that vase on there. And then I have one last thing that I thought I might pop in here, is this this knife that one of the girls in my group made for me. Oh, whoops! One of the girls in my group made this for me. It says love, and it's a knife, and she makes what does she do with these? Necklaces. I think she makes necklaces out of these, and she cuts this part off. And then this is your necklace. It's called Farm Charms. Her name is Tammy Merrick. And she put a little letter N on here in copper, and then a little key because she knows I like keys. And so I asked her because I asked her what her business was about. She said she was on Etsy and whatever. And so when she was sending me pictures, she said, this is what I'm working on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that knife. And she says, oh, I'm making a necklace out of it. And I'm thinking, how's that going to be a necklace? Well, she was going to cut this off. I'm like, could you make me one without cutting it off? Because I love the idea that it's a knife. And so she said, sure. So I know I came on here and showed you guys when this happened a while ago. And I know several of you ordered from her. And she was tickled to death because there's some other people with booths around her, like she does antique shows. and they make the necklaces also. So she's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a whole new invention and it's less work. So that's even better. But I love it. And I thought, how cute to put that little knife in my dining room display. So there you go. There you go. That's all I got. That's all I got. I think it's gonna look really nice. I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can get a good angle with the way the light's coming in the windows, and I will show you a picture. I'll post a still picture here for you guys so you can, you know, kind of really get in there and oh, yeah, I kind of messed my letters up, didn't I? You guys can look at it and see what you think. And yes, my, I know somebody's gonna message me, my sticks did fall. So I gotta fire up my glue gun again. I didn't put very much glue on it this time. I have these curly willow sticks, and in our group, when we finished the frames, I moved everything over, so I popped this off of the wall, and I kind of condensed it a little bit to make it a little bit tighter, so it's glued together here. That might be the only, oh, here and down here. I glued it together in two places to put it together, really, really put it together. And I glued it to the wall here, here, and here. And it wasn't enough. You can see it was just a tiny little bit of glue. And it fell. Actually, I was here by myself in the evening, and I heard something shuffle in the dining room. I thought, or in the steps. I couldn't tell where that sound came from. Talk about scare me. So anyway, but it did not hurt the wall. So I'll just re-hot glue those on. I think what happened was I hung this wreath, this little wreath that we made in my group, and I had hung it off of the bottom of this a couple days ago. I think I posted the picture. And anyway, I think it finally was just too much weight for the little glue that I had. But here's how it would be. So if I was not using the sticks, then I should have shoved the picture over more. So I don't want to re-pound everything in. I'm just going to tack glue this back up, and that'll fill that in. And I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I know I've had a lot of people say. Most people have liked it. I mean, I've had a few comments, like maybe 5, that have said, man, that's a lot. But it is, I do that as a backdrop for when I'm doing my my work videos. I always sit right here. And so it might take your attention off of me, and you look at that's what I'm hoping for. So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching. I did bring my glasses. I should have brought my glasses. I did. So, oh, and they're probably dirty, but all right, let's see. So I'm all done. So anyone that doesn't want to stick around for comments or questions or whatever, I appreciate you watching. It's nice to see you. So let's go down here and I'll answer just in case there's any questions. I always do this at the end if I remember. So, oh, there's Debbie from Kentucky. And there's Judy from North Carolina. Thank you for watching. Hi, Ginger and Janice. Hello. There's Joni. Hi, Joni. You got 2 boxes. Oh, you did. Good. Of the succulents. Yeah, they're really nice. Did you get that weird green one? I can't remember that being in there, but it might have just got mixed in with all the others. It might have just got lost. I didn't love that one, but all the rest of them are great. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Rhonda. Cynthia. Hi. There's Lucretia. Hello. Thanks for saying hello. And from Illinois, and you love my top. Well, thank you. I got that at, where did I get it? TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx. I'm sure. It was TJ Maxx, I'm sure. Yeah, it was TJ Maxx, I'm sure of it. I bought 4 and they almost all look the same. So if you see me, pay attention now. The sleeves have really tight flowers and then loose, because the other ones, they all have a different pattern, but they're all the same colors. I thought, dang, everybody's gonna think I'm wearing the same shirt every day, so. Move that candle. It's not real. It's not real. It's just, Hetty, it is one that you flip the switch. You flip a switch on the bottom, or there's a remote. So it's okay. It's just flickers, and that's why I like them, because I don't have to worry about catching anything on fire. Oh yeah, never mind. She saw that. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Janice. Put them all in. It's a concrete tool. Oh, Tammy, okay. A smoother. I can see that. That makes a lot more sense than a bacon smasher. Oh. An expansion joint. Okay, there you go. He probably will see this video and say, what are you doing getting stuff out of my garage? But Looks like a brick trowel. Yeah, that's what it is, you guys. Okay, so I'm thinking food, obviously. Yes, I will put the link, Lynn, when I'm all done. Look in the comments, and then I'll try and put it right underneath your comment as well, if it'll let me. And the tulips. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, Lynn and Cheryl and Beth. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you that they're cheap and they're awesome, and you get a bunch. You can buy anything. You can buy fresh anything a large part of the year. Yes, yes, you can, for sure. I don't know that you can get tulips now, but I still like them. So, hi, Vanita. Thanks, Angie. Thanks, Vanita. Tarita, thank you. You guys have the prettiest names. And there's Edie. Thank you. Hey, thanks for sprinkling. I always forget to ask that. And there's Gail. Hello. Will I do a close-up on the frames? I sure will for you. I will be happy to. So we made these frames in my group. They were, I went to a client's home for real estate, actually, and then we were talking about painting, and then she said she was getting rid of a lot of things. Her mother-in-law or stepmom, might have been her stepmom, was moving into a nursing home or assisted living or whatever. And anyway, she had this she had all kinds of things. I bought a few things from her, but these frames were one. Here's the other. So here, let me try and hold it still so you can screenshot. There you go. There you go. Now you can screenshot. I just added this today. I'll get to that in a minute. So then there's another one over here, and I loved it. Now I did not, and that one always wants to go crooked. I have too much weight on that top corner. That one's always crooked. I'll have to fix that. A little poster putty will do wonders. So let me get you, let me see if I can get you up close. And I can't see what you guys are seeing, so, but that's an earring of mine and an old piece of lace. And I just dry brushed paint, and then I used some greenery. Actually, these are the two pieces of greenery, the only greenery that I'll buy from Hobby Lobby. Oh, this is a piece of mine, but those two ferns, I will buy those two pieces at Hobby Lobby. And I know there's people that are gonna say, I love Hobby Lobby greenery, but that's okay. I'm glad you do. I love their florals, but I don't love their greenery. So there's that. We can still be friends. It's okay. So, okay, so I dry brushed. So these were ugly. The art was ugly. It was a real dull, you can see a dull looking gold. And so I just dry brushed, which means I just dip my brush in the paint, wipe it off, and then just really gently wipe it on. And then if you need more, you add a little more. You don't want to go at it directly with your brush full like you're painting it, because you'll lose all of your gold. And then you'll have to go back and put the gold on top. So anyway, and then I just attached, and I just used hot glue. I wired them. I didn't want to use hot glue because I didn't want it to break. That was my first thought, but I didn't want to chip off the texture when I was tired of it. So I wired it, and then I used all of this moss to cover my wires, and I tried to I didn't glue that very good. I was trying to be minimal with my glue so it wouldn't hurt the frame. And then, this was just to cover my wires and to add a little bit. And then this, I just added this. This was like the focal point. So that's my thriller. This is my spiller. And then my filler is just all of the stuff that I filled it in with. So I always try to have that thing. And then this is from an old bed sheet that I cut up. I always cut the elastic off of my bed sheets and then roll them. See, I roll the elastic, and then I dipped it in steeping tea, and then I laid the tea bags on top to get that extra tea. I laid them on top, and then I set them out in the sun to dry. So there you go. And so I kind of like that added there. I just did that a little bit ago because they were all dry. I did about 6 of those little roses today. And anyway, so there you go. So, okay, see, I can't ever just jump on and jump off. So nice to see you. Any other, hope you got your screenshot. I did get a few more comments here. Thanks, Hazel. She loves it. Ritzy. Oh, I love that name. That is the cutest name. I got these on Amazon. I can give you a link if you'd like. I think it's a 4-pack and it's very cheap. Because if you're like me, I have glasses all over the house. And I have like 3 glasses in each place because they always wander. And so like up on my bed, I'll have no glasses, and then, or I'll have 6 you know, you guys know, right? It's just normal life. Thanks, Ellen. Hey, Terry, hello. Thanks, Nettie. There's Doreen. Oh, you love what I do. Oh, thank you. That encourages me. And there's Miss Connie. Hi, Connie. God love her. She's the sweetest gal. There's Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. There is no brand on my frames. So, Ritzy, I got those from a lady moving into an assisted living. So there's a long, skinny one here and here. Just be watching at yard sales, you guys. It's yard sale season. Yard sales, Goodwill, you know, places like that, thrift shops. I was trying to think of thrift shops. So, because we don't have any. So there's one on the way to our antique booth that I try to stop at. But so don't look at the artwork. You're looking at the frames. You want to zero in on the frames. Like I have a whole stack of frames over here. I know I keep saying I'm going to do something with them, and I am. See all those frames? So I always am watching for frames, and then I always paint them out. So be watching, but so I took the pictures out, took the back off, took the glass out, pitched all that, and then, well, if it's old glass, I keep it for some other things that we'll be doing in my group, but glasses frames. I see your picture frames too. Oh, the glasses framed. Oh, the glasses frames? Oh, they're dirty. There you go. There you go. Oh, look at me. My mouth's like big. Okay, there you go, Ritzy. The frames are great. Is that a feather drawing in the middle frame? A feather. Oh, it's a fern. It's a fern. Yeah, and it's like clear glass. It's like a paper pressed between glass. We sold them at the shop, and you can see my fingers. That's the wall behind. And yeah, it's a reproduction. I don't have any more, and I'm not sure if I can. I don't know if they're still available or not. I haven't eat up it. But yeah, it's a fern. I love greenery. I love feathers too, so it could have been. Hi, Vicki. Hey, Lynn. Thank you. You love the bed sheet flowers, Vanita. I do too. And I buy the. They're a little pricey, but I get them at Sam's Club, and the elastic goes all the way around the mattress, so that it's just not the corners grabbing, because sometimes like some of my mattresses are deeper than the others, so I have a little more slack, so I really like that elastic all the way around for the queen size beds that don't have that foam on top. Anyway, so then when they get yucky, then I cut up. I just figured this out, and I used to cut them really carefully. Now I cut them really like this because it makes the flowers look even better when you roll them. The Etsy site for your knife, I don't know. It's Farm Charms. If you can't find it, Beth, let me know, because Tammy's in my online group. She crafts with me. Oh, my hair's a mess. She crafts with me, so I can hook you two up. But I think it's called Farm Charms. I'm pretty sure. Thanks, Vanita. Hi, Deborah. She's in my group too. I love all my group ladies. Hi, girls. So, okay, that's all. So you guys got to see. As you know, now that this project's finished, I'll be posting a still picture so that you all can see and zoom in and all that. I'll go all the way around. I will go find your links for you guys. And yeah, I'm getting starving. I haven't ate all day, and it's like, oh, what time is it? It's after 4 o'clock. I'm starving. So, yes, I'm still on my daughter's healthy eating thing. I'm loving those Buddha bowls. I eat them all the time. So I'm going to go make myself one. Would never have thought of, I know, Ritzy. And I think, how many sheets have I thrown away over the years? Not anymore. And I think your standard sheets, like the Walmart sheets, have that nice thin little elastic band, and you would just make tinier ones. I think that would be cute too, and you don't have to use like the whole corner. You cut it in half and get a couple little ones. I think they're super cute. But so if you don't like the color of them, stain them. Mine are always, now they're always white. I buy all white sheets now, so that's why I had to stain it. So, okay, oh, here's one more message. Okay, let's see. Do you have a video on how to make flowers? What kind of flowers? What do you want to make? You mean like these flowers? Gosh, I'll show you how easy. Let's see, I have a paper towel here from wiping down everything. Let's see here. So here we go. This is your sheet, and there's elastic around the edge. So I take scissors and I cut. okay? I cut haphazardly, and you guys can do this with paper flowers too. This is really rough, but okay, so I'm using my scissors, pretend my hands are scissors, and I'm cutting my sheet out, right? So now I have a big strip of elastic, okay? Then you just start rolling it. Like you just literally start rolling it, and I hot glue every once in a while just to tack it. Every once in a while there's hot glue, boom. Whoops, I guess I can't use the corner. But anyway, then of course this isn't a sheet, this is a paper towel. So let me roll it a little bit looser. Maybe you can sort of get that effect. There you go. There you go. So then you have a tiny little, look how cute that is. You have a tiny little, see? And that's just a paper towel, guys. It's a little damp, so it's a little, you know, isn't that adorable? Look at that. I'm gonna have to save that little stinking thing. Isn't that cute? This is a paper towel. It's a Bounty. Of course, Bounty is the best, in my opinion. Again, please no haters. I just like Bounty. It doesn't matter what you say on here. Somebody's offended or says that's not right or whatever. You just kind of have to go with, you know, everybody likes different things. And maybe you guys have never tried Bounty, so you might want to try it. Okay, there's another one. It works great. Look at that. How cute. Are you guys seeing this? Boy, those poor people that jumped off when I said goodbye. Maybe, see, that's why you should always stick around. You never know what's going to come up in the comments. There you go. So there's a big one and a little one, like that. If I make one more, I'll definitely keep them, and I'll be sticking them on something, and then I'll say, oh, you guys didn't catch that in my video? So there you are. You're all here to see it. That's how you do it. So, no, I don't have a video on that. I've done it live before for the girls in my group for sure, and then I'm thinking I even told them I was going to do it. Best flower, right? Bounty, there you go. No, Anne, they're still crappy looking. I mean, my kitchen's a mess. I just did a drawing for my Chalk Couture group, so there's a bowl out there from that. But yeah, they need painted. He's never said anything, and I haven't either, because, you know, I've been busy. When he says do it, I got to do it, because he might then think about it and say, maybe we shouldn't do it. So I know when I get the green light, I better start painting that minute. So there's no takebacks, right? It's too late to go back. So, all right, you guys, have a great day. It's been nice seeing you. I know I haven't been on for a while, so I'm happy. I'm glad I came on to show you that. I think it turned out really great. So if you don't have a real nest, just get a fake nest. If you want to put a plate and turn your vase upside down and set your plate on top of the vase and do it up, like you don't have to have all the things, and it doesn't have to be vintage. And I have a lot of people say, well, I don't have that kind of stuff. Yes, you do. Get in your cabinet and find something. Turn a cereal bowl upside down, put a matching plate on top of it, and voila, you have yourself the cutest little pedestal riser. And then you don't even need a tray. Just set that on your table runner. And if your table runner is stiff right now, it's fine. You're allowed to have a stiff table runner. I have lots of clients that love their table runners. I have one lady in particular, she's probably watching, that has more table runners than anyone I know, and most of them are stiff. So we work with them all the time. I just personally like them, soft. It just makes them unique. I'm just trying to be different, that's all. So, okay, have a great day, you guys. I'm going to go. No more comments. Okay, bye. It's always hard to say goodbye. See ya.